G'day guys, welcome to the MailBag preview for Pakenham on the 9th of December. We realised that there's a bit of rain in the background, so it's the best we can do. So
bit of rain? Absolutely pissing down.
Absolutely pissing down here in Hawthorn currently.
10 millimetres of rain the past hour. Absolutely soaked around.
Yeah, there's
here.
been a bit. There's been a bit. It was absolutely beautiful at Kyneton though.
Well, for most of the day, and then you get back here and the heavens open. So with this rain, it's a soft 7 now. Pakenham surely has to go, heavy 8, heavy 9 tomorrow. And then there's going to be sun, but surely, soft 7 maybe at the best?
Well, what's the weather doing tomorrow and Saturday?
It's going to be fine, but Pakenham doesn't dry out like a Caulfield or a Flemington. So it's just one of those tracks where I think we'll get monsoonal around here, isn't it?
Very close to fuck this territory.
What did Chris from BetSmart say?
Rail true, track conditions soft 7 or worse. Expect an even track dependent on individual race pace. Off rails in the straight with lanes 3 to 6, the ideal position.
Fair enough. Want to get straight into it?
Why not? Race 1, benchmark 70 over 1,000 metres. Should we go through the fields?
Yeah, go through the fields. I think that's a good way to start today.
Alright, race 1. Elite Legacy 13s, fully maxed $9.50. Camilla Lucinda, who you think's going to the Valley, and I hope isn't, at $9.50. Jesus Tycoon at 13s. Magnorium 23s. That thing runs second to... Anyway.
Yeah, it did.
The Launcher at 7s. Belsonic $5.50. Boom Chicka Boom $4.20. Valente 34s. She's Our Gift 34s. Spirit of Equator 11s. Zoology,
yeah.
No, it's not. There's no O there. Zoology, 34s, and Miss Leonidas. How's he's correcting me now? He wouldn't read him out. 15s.
What do you think the mapping's going to do? How much speed do you have in the race?
I've mapped this for Camilla Lucinda Racing. I think she'll she'll lead.
Blinkers first time.
Blinkers on will make sure she leads.
Yep.
Boom Chicka Boom, OSL, Elite Legacy box seats.
Yep.
Zoology could be 3 wide here, which I don't think will matter over 1,000 metres.
No.
Then Valente, Magnorium, She's Our Gift, 3 back the fence.
Yep.
Don't know if I want to be there. Miss Leonidis, Jesus Tycoon, fully maxed, Spirit of Equator, Belsonic, and the Launcher bringing up the tail. What do you got, Druzy?
I'm with you with Camilla Lucinda. I think, we get $9?
$9.50 I just saw.
That's just a ridiculous price. Like, we should be... I have it rated about $4.50, but once again, I've heard it's gone Mooney Valley Friday night. I'll be backing it there if it goes around. I think it's a good horse. Jesus Tycoon's a really impressive horse. I can follow it here. I think Fully Maxed is in the race. Boom Chicka Boom, 5-length last start winner. Has to be respected. She's Our Gift is a bit of a sneaky. I want to see it in the yard, but if it parades well, I think it can. It's up to this.
Is this the horse you were showing me the trial of?
Yeah. And Miss Leonidas, I think, is a really talented horse, but gets an awful map. So I've got Camilla Lucinda on top at the moment, but Friday night I may be completely changing this race and having to redo it. So
yeah, I think Camilla Lucinda is each way complete moral.
Yeah,
and I hope they run on Saturday.
We'll be betting if they do.
Although, what if it's a heavy track?
I don't have...
handled it okay.
Yeah, I was going to say I don't have an issue.
Each way moral.
Race 2?
Race 2. Fillies and Mares, benchmark 78 over 1,400. Yeah. Let me get up the field, Drew.
Well, you got Diamond Baroness, which is about $13.
Red is the Rose, $7. Storm's the Bruin, 7s. Bonds the Oro, 14s. Soho Ruby,
your girl,
Serious Horse at $3.70.
Cool.
Why You Ask, $4. Champagne Cocktail, 18s. Evil Lil, 17s. Mac Attack, $8.50. Nicodame, 21s, and Nina Harker, 51.
I'll just talk about this race real quick while you get the speed maps up,
if I can.
Yeah. Bit of troubles. Need a blue pill for the Wi-Fi. There you go.
Right, Red as a Rose can lead from Diamond Baroness. Nicodame box seating with Mac Attack one back, one off. I think Soho Ruby gets 3 back the fence.
which is an issue. But
Yes and no,
it's
then-
a better spot than where the other favourite gets.
Yeah,
Dead
I think
last.
there's a bit of weakness around it that'll let it push out with Champagne
Yeah.
Cocktail outside of it. Evil Lil 4 back the fence. Mina Harker and Bonus Dioro back. Bonus Dioro might struggle to slot in somewhere.
Yeah.
Storms are brewing and Why You Ask at the back.
I've got this down to 3 horses in the race that I really want to be attacking. So I think it does come down to the track conditions on the day. If it's a heavy, I won't be as confident in this race. But if we get a soft 7, I'm pretty confident that I want to be attacking Soho Ruby. Storms are brewing, who I think is probably the best horse and most consistent horse in this race.
Best horse in the race.
Yep. I know, it's a big call, but I think it is. I think it's a group horse, no doubt about it. And it's measured up in group company.
I think I smell case bet.
Not for this race. And Diamond Baroness is one that, on its
Soho Ruby
best form...
Soho Ruby will finish in front of Storms are Brewing. Case bet.
No, not doing it. You're getting half the price, mate. And I'm backing all 3 of these at $2 for a good result. I think they're all good horses and they can all win.
I like Storms are Brewing. I like it a lot.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's going to be able to run on here though.
Why? It's always been able to run on.
The race shape might not let it.
It 100%. It handles any race shape. That's
No, it doesn't. I backed it when it doesn't.
It does. It handles any race shape as long as it gets its go from the top of the straight.
Horses that are back in the field need luck, need pace in the race. They need the right sort of tempo.
This one can win from no pace. Its previous wins show that. It's better with pace on. What it's actually...
It's won twice. In the best bets, it's won twice its last 15.
Yeah, sorry. It's been competing in Group 3 company and it's back to a BM78. It's in the right race for it.
I think it's won twice 2 of its last 15 because it needs things to go its way. Soho Ruby's going to need luck. Bonus Dioro is a horse I've got a lot of time for, but I'm pretty concerned the way it maps.
Did you have Diamond Baroness leading?
OSL.
Yep. So I have it either leading or OSL. I'm pretty sure it'll probably lead though with blinkers on. 2 kilogram claimer. Its best form. It was going around last prep the prep before when it actually was running well, as $2.40 favourite in this type of class. A year and a half ago. If you find it from the yard, I'm unloading.
Storms are Brewing.
Diamond Baroness.
Oh.
On speed. It's just suited.
I think he's a good jockey. I think the stable is going pretty well.
Yeah.
It's definitely ticks boxes.
Yep.
Soho Ruby is the horse I really wanted to follow from the Ballarat meeting. The map's a bit tricky, but he could maybe hold a position 1 off.
Yeah.
Which he should do, but I don't think he will. If I see Spurs, Bastar, horse looks good, I'll be having a lot on it.
Why You Ask is a decent horse. 4 lengths behind long time ago on Miss Gardenia. You have to respect the form, but I just think it maps terribly. It's going back to dead last. It'll be inside of Storms of Brewing as well, who gets the first run at them. So
Yeah, I agree with that.
Evil Lil's just one that...
Oh, he's backing Robbie Lang horses again.
No, I'm not backing it. I'm just saying just one to watch out for. 51 kilos. Yeah,
do you feel guilty about Sosa Bon?
That it left the stable? Not at all. I'm very happy. If you can't position them in the right races, you don't deserve to train them.
True.
You don't.
Race 3, benchmark 78, handicap over 2,000 metres.
This is one of the toughest races today. What do you got on the old speed map and the price?
The odds first. Bankster's bonus $51. Olanira 14s. Crafty Devil $7.50. Multitude $5.50. Tucano 26s. Get the Picture $8.50. Fontaine Lad $3.50. Parthesia 23s. Caster 6s. Dornier 26, Stormy Shore 10s, and Shanghai Patrol 34s, Drew. Mapping? Am I mapping or are you going through?
Yeah, you're mapping. So
Multitude, the gay horse.
Yeah.
Crosses, leads. Bankster's bonus sits outside it. Shanghai Patrol, box seats. Stormy Shore gets a nice spot behind that. I think Fontaine Lad again will be 3 back the fence, so it's Soho Ruby, favourite territory. Olanira gets a lovely run. 3 back, 1 off. Tucano 4 back the fence. Caster's back there. Then Parthesia, Crafty Devil, Dornier, and Get the Picture brings up the tail.
Olaniro, 9th in the Wodonga Cup, second up not terrible. Steps up to the right distance. I think it's got chances. Bankster's bonus 10-year-old failed in the Wodonga Cup, but on its Oakbank win last March, it would be
Oakbank.
it would be going okay here, but
Form.
it would take a wonderful training performance. I'll put it that way. Crafty Devil's one of the horses I liked here off. It's it won 2 in a row before third in the Ararat Cup behind Sontag, where I think it just got a little bit too far back and Sontag kind of got away with something there. It was a good run beating Electric Fusion at Moonee Valley. I think it's got good form. Has to be respected. Get the picture. One in Adelaide. Issue is going back to last. Fontaine Lad's a Lennon winner. I will take it on. Parthesia is the most interesting horse in this race at $23. It could not win a Dunkeld Cup. But who's the trainer?
DK.
He's a master, isn't he? You can put a horse that's Group 3 South Australia Classic second place. So it's ran second in a Group 3, yet it couldn't win the Dunkeld Cup. But in this class, it's BM78.
It goes Harry Copper to Yendel.
$23.
Barrier 2 to 7. That's a bit of a tick.
Like, I can feel something coming here. Yeah.
I think each way, Olanira, positive jockey change, Todd to Brown. Goes 10 to barrier 5, which he can get a little bit more positive.
Yep.
There's a bit lack of pace here. He can suck up and get that nice spot. Third up. I can't wait to see this horse parade, basically.
Yeah. The one horse that I actually have on top here, which I haven't touched on, is Caster. I think just the yard really like this horse. It handles the wet. It's going to get back, but it's going to run on.
They're the best
distance.
yard in... Well, they are flying,
Yeah.
and I laid them again on Wednesday.
Yeah. I mean, you're a sick puppy.
You've got to lay a horse in the market, and every horse in the market on a Wednesday in Melbourne is trying to... I'm either laying a McAvoy, a Hayes, or a Weir.
It's a hard choice. I
should have laid a Hawks. It was Amshell or whatever that horse was called.
Yeah, but that was a moral beating, right?
No, then it wasn't Amshell. It was the one that...
Okay.
It was one that didn't look likely.
Yep.
Race 2.
Dwayne Dunn on board. So I'm just going to say I've kind of convinced myself on Parthesia that I'm wanting to... If I find this from the yard, I'll just... If the money comes...
Dunkeld Cup form, eh?
It's kind of like what they did with Kiowa and all these other horses. Like, there was not Kiowa, the one that ran third behind Kiwi and stuff that I was on, that Real Leisure.
Yeah.
It came out of like an absolutely horrible race that it ran third in, and then bang, wins City Class next start. They can do it.
All right, Druzy. Race 4, benchmark 78, over the short trip of 1,000.
Do we need to do the odds?
Leodoro 14s, Labu and Star 8s, Invincible Hour, after being gifted that win at the Valley.
You're still sick. You laid it, right?
$5.50. Nasdaq's 9s, King's Command 11s, King River 13s, Runsan 15s, Angry G 16s, Wise Hero 6s, Making Mayhem 61.
That was a bit of a Brownlow call right then.
Star Stealer 14s, Essence of Terror 21s, Wild Gem 12s, and Mr. Optimistic $23, Drew. Speed map. Nasdaq probably leads. Wise Hero could cross it,
but
I think we'll sit OSL.
Yep.
Runson gets a lovely run in behind him. Angry G 3 wide the trip. Then Making Mayhem probably gets in there. Essence of Terror 3 wide, but getting cover from Angry G. Wild Gem back the fence. King's Command, little suck run in there. Star Steel's not hopeless. I think it'll be 3 pairs back, 3 wide, but that'll be alright over the 1,000. Leodoro buried the fence. Mr. Optimistic, then King River, Labu and Star, and Invincible Hour back last. That's unless one of these horses drawn wide almost falls and takes off half the field, and then all of a sudden Invincible Hour's back, 3 back the fence. So
you got to let it go.
You got to be prepared for anything.
You got to let it go.
The greatest game of all. Talk me through the field, Drew.
Leodoro's not hopeless. Really good horse. I respect it. It can run well. Gets too far back for mine. LeBron and Star, awkward barrier. I have it sitting more forward than your mapping personally. I have it sitting probably where King's Command is, getting midfield. Invincible L, get back, run on, can't have. Nasdaq's interesting type. It'll go forward, but I think the other forward horses are better than it. King's Command's really good but needs further. King River's a massive watch from the yard. Bar plate's off first time. Really good Ascot runner. I think it's won like 5 of its 8 runs, so you got to respect it. Runson, I think it needs 9.55. Angry G, take it on. Wise Hero, absolute moral. $6.50. Well, $6, sorry, I won't take $6.50. $6, $2.50 the place. First up, 210 days off. Last prep, it was going around $3 favourites in 3-year-old handicaps and winning them. Did fail its last start, but look, it maps perfectly. Everything in its favour, and the best part is we can back the $6 now. It will not drift.
It ticks boxes.
Not guaranteeing that for you, but it will not drift.
You got it. You got to put your money where your mouth is, mate.
I'm not paying them back if it doesn't. I'll take the loss, so be it. But if you come through with it top 2,
you're backing the horse now, comfortable that you're going to get a better price right now.
Yes. And also comfortable that if it's absolutely off in the yard, that I'll be able to lay off at worst for break even, if not a slight loss. And I'm more than happy to do that.
So you're sort of saying someone like myself might need to ring up the brother, get the fiancé to open up a little Ned's account.
Oh, $500 bonus bet wouldn't.
Oh, would it?
Wouldn't go.
Would it?
Wouldn't
Neds?
go.
Yeah,
go
I've got
astray.
no faith in getting that $500 bonus bet Neds.
Making Mayhem, 410 days off. No. Star Steelers, good horse, can win. Essence of Terror probably needs it.
Wise Hero hasn't won
Drier.
over 1,000. I'm just saying. What do you think about that?
No issues.
Big issue for me. Massive issue for me.
First up, it'll be short of fitness, which I actually would prefer to 1,000 than 1,200 for this horse. I'm a big fan of it.
It's a big issue for me.
I will be putting my usual $1.01, $1.11
Don't give away
raise.
numbers, mate.
No, it doesn't matter. I get in first. So I'll be laying it at very short odds to get my stake out, because first up, if it's got any queries, it'll look home and it may just die on its run. That's the only query you've got on it. So this is my bet of the day, backing it each way.
I'm pretty keen to have, at odds, Runson, Star Stealer. The two I'm sort of starting with. I agree with everything Drew said about Wise Hero. But 1,000 metre races, I want 1,000 metre form, and it hasn't won at 1,000 metres. That scares me. Last prep, they opened up with a 1,200 metre win.
Do you not think a heavy 1,000 is more closer to a 1,200
yes,
metre?
Yes, it is, but I'm not sure it's heavy yet. Soft isn't.
It'll be soft 7 minimum.
Well, Star Stealer gets a suck run here. Beautiful. Out into the best part of the straight. It's had 10 runs at 1,000 for 4 wins in 1 place. There's a lot of horses here that are 1,000 metre specialists, and you need. I respect 1,000 metre form. I treat 1,000 metre form as its own beast.
I will note it's only run Wise Hero at 1,000 metres. It ran second to Invincible L and pulled up lame that day, which for a horse to pull up lame after still running second's pretty damn good.
Runson has great 1,000 metre form. I liked it, I think, from the yard, did I? Probably.
You're a fan of the horse, I know that. Because of how it parades.
Yeah, I think Leodoro's ball's deep, but the map's horrible.
Yeah.
Labu and Star, sort of the same, and Invincible Owl, the same. That's what I got.
Cool.
Runson and Star Stealer are interesting bets for me at fat odds. Race 5, 1,200 metres, just open class.
Almost just skipped that race.
Jungle Edge, $2.70.
Chips in.
Chamois Road, who was your chips in at Ballarat, you're jumping off, probably going to piss in at 5s. Sir Bible, love this horse at 8s. Stellar Collision, $7. Tried and Tied, 12s. Smart Dart, 19s. Owner of 16s. Proud Wolf, $9.50. Just Magical, 18s. And One Hot Dane. That's that name is a lie in itself.
Yeah.
Have you ever been that part of the world?
No. What, One Hot Dane? No.
There's a lot of group class fillies over there, let me tell you.
Try Russia, mate. Seriously.
They're too like.
Yeah. Tell you what, if you like your soccer,
Scandinavia is where the group was where.
Seriously, if
I
like
wanted to buy a
soccer,
Derby horse, I'd go to New Zealand. You know.
Yeah.
If I wanted to buy a wife, I'd go to Scandinavia. That's where all the best fillies are.
I can tell you from so I haven't fully gone to Scandinavia, gone to Russia, dead set, Group 1 class walking down the street.
Speaking of Drew's love life, we'll get into that a little bit later in the show. Alright, speed map. Jungle Edge leads, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Sir Bible could take it on. Fast horse. Chamois Road, probably box seats, tried and tired in there. Just Magical, 3 back the fence. One Hot Dame. Lie. Is 3 wide, I think. Onerous behind it. Stellar Collision, Smoking the Pipe. Smart Dart, and Proud Wolf bring him up.
You struggled through there, mate.
I got a bit of a hiccup.
Yeah.
A big day on set.
This bloke's been out at Kyneton filming for his first TV show.
Yep, 100%.
So got his Westpac ad out of the way. He's in everyone's Twitter feed. And now, bang, he's done a modelling shoot. And now he's on TV. Mr. Big Shot.
Jack Irish. It's one of the greatest shows. It's
Never seen
Melbourne based, and it's around horse racing.
Fair enough.
They fix races.
Ah, even better. So you were fixing a race.
Though. They were parading. We were filming around the parade ring.
Okay.
I unloaded the Hawks thing, the Mick Price thing, number 9. I don't know what race 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they had you whipping it home as well?
Yeah, they did a shot where we had to like cheer home the horse.
Yeah.
And pretend it won.
Yeah.
But I'd like watched them parade.
Yep.
And I had a fair bit on this thing at like $7. Jumped at 5. I reckon it was race 5 or 6. It was number 6, I think. And it's kicked. It's box seated. It was number 6. It's box seated or 2 back. Pulls out, hits the front. Rick McIntosh calling it home. I've had a good crack at it.
Yeah.
Thing on the inside kicks back and bobs it on the line.
Oh, I know the exact one you're talking about.
So like everyone there is like cheering. I had a hat on. I fucking threw my hat.
So you did it trade $1's the first question because this is Rick McIntosh?
Yeah, because I had my phone out like real low below like the thing,
and
I went to hit it and I thought, nah, it's too much. I don't want to fucking. You know how I sometimes cook myself when I play.
But did you? So you didn't do what I tell you to do?
No, I didn't. It wasn't a leader though. Anyway, we're doing a really professional show. Let's get right back to it.
You got to remember, this is Rick McIntosh, who is the $1 king.
Yeah, well,
I've told you.
Anyway, the map's done. Drew, talk me through the field.
Jungle Edge, 2 wins in a row, soft 5, heavy 9, 3 kilogram claimer, up to 1200 is perfect in my opinion. This rain around just wins. Chamois Road, failed on a heavy 8. You can't back it off that horrible run. Sir Bible, I think it's
SP $3.20 favourite. That Ballarat track wasn't just heavy; it was slippery.
Yeah, but Jungle Edge is
other 2 starts on the heavy.
Jungle Edge is a weight for age group horse, where it was Chamois Road was against some
on the week back up going 1,000 to 1,200.
I'm happy with that. Very happy.
No, I'm not.
I think it's better over 1,200 than 1,000 by far.
I agree with that, but still,
I'm happy with 1 week back up. I'm a person who backs English horses, right? They do 3-day backups over there, and they win every single fucking time. Trust me.
Righto.
I'm really keen with that.
Yeah, keep going.
Stellar Collision, get back, run on, can run well. Tried and Tide's an interesting one. I think it'll handle the wet track, and it's actually got some really good ratings. So that's just one to, I think, could potentially be a blowout if it parades well. Smart Dart's not the same. It's been, a bit off. Onerous, I liked what it did last start, but I was looking for it not to meet Jungle Edge. Proud Wolf, 3 kilogram claimer, can potentially be the winner. Can't see the other 2 winning. Next best bet of the day is Jungle Edge.
Look, right. This field is a lot weaker than what Jungle Edge beat up last week.
Yeah, and beat them up convincingly.
If they're heavy 8 or worse, likely a moral. I felt it improved in the yard last Saturday, so there's already a stack of you getting Saturdays. So just wait, and I'll likely unload if it's where it was last week or any better. But the horse can shit itself, so I don't think you need to worry about getting 270 now or 230 on the day. I'd rather take the 40 cents to.
I'm predicting it'll be 210. That's my.
Yeah, well, I'll take 210 if I'm happy from the yard.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to see like $1.80. Do you?
It could be. That's what I was actually expecting last start. They would have backed it harder.
No,
than
I'll probably
they did.
lay it then, but
Like
That's just because I'm sick, but
yeah.
it's likely going to piss in.
You can't lay a horse that can win.
She rode it really well last start. Another ride on it, she'll only ride it better. And it looks to be a little bit... It just looks to be a nicer race.
She can not even have to like push on and lead. She can just sit, you know, with
If
them
I'm
outside.
riding Survival or Chamois Road, I don't want to be taken on Jungle Edge. I'm going to let it do what it wants. Whereas last week, they kind of like trying to make it a bit vulnerable.
Yeah. And just kicked away on them.
Righto. Race 6, 1,600 metres, Drew.
Schwitz.
Howard B. Darnane, 21. Sadler's Lakes, 34s. Full, that is juicy. Jacquinot Bay, $9.50. Our
Bottino.
Albertino, 16s. Coldstone, $7.50. Master Reset, 15s. Rider, Riardi,
Go for a
10s.
rider.
Another Coldie, $4.20.
Yes, please. I'll grab
Carrick
another.
on air, $9. Mr. Gustavo, the thief, who cost me a massive collect when it snuck up the inside of a Rails Hot Valley.
Royalace.
How the fuck did that happen? Royalist has come out one since, and Mr. Churchill will probably win the last year. Silvera, $4.20. Map.
Chuck us a green goblin while you're at it.
I don't know about this Green Goblin. Just chuck us a tin. Our what do we call this? Our
Albertino.
Albertino leads from Jacquinot Bay. Carrick on air can get the beautiful suck run. Coldstone one back, one off. Gustavo this time, instead of getting a suck run up the rail, could be cast, completely cast.
This time of the day, you may want to be there though.
Because not. I don't think you want to be punching the breeze out there. I think you want to be behind him.
Don't get
Master
much breeze
Reset
there.
should be ridden positively, and should hold out Mr. Gustavo.
Should.
Well, who's on it?
Well, I just remember what happened last time.
Thompson. Another Coldie buried the rail, 3 back. Riard, same thing. Sadler's Lake, beautiful spot, I reckon. Third last, but plenty of air. Howard be thy name back the fence, and Silvera brings them up.
So, as I said with Presenti or whatever the name was earlier with Weary, Howard Be Thy Name is a Group 1 and a Group 3 winner for a reason.
That's as a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
That's not.
Wasn't the worst return. And up to 1,600 metres here, I think it needs further. But Allen sticks on. Weary's running it. It's not the
I think I really liked it in the yard. One I really liked in the yard was Sadler's Lake.
Yeah, we both did for that one. So just watch for a bit of trickle of money, and you may have to at least savour it, I think. Sadler's Lake, yep, ignore the first up run. This isn't the track that I was wanting for it, though, is the issue. So,
Yeah, I agree with that. But I can just watch it go around. It's going to win soon.
Jacquinot Bay, if it's ever going to win, this is its race. It has not met a wet track in about 365 days. It has a really good wet track record.
You got to remember, Jacquinot Bay is older than my Betfair account.
Yeah, but he's still okay. He's been running consistently. He looked like he was home at Caulfield 2 back. You remember that? I was bloody like ripping my hair out. Albertino. This is actually my on-top pick and my value bet of the day.
Thornton to Melham. Is that Horsham?
Yeah, Horsham Cup.
Jesus.
What? Sorry for winning cups. I mean, Weary only wins like 50 of them a year.
Righto.
1-3 back at Morfettville. Just continues to run well. I think it'll handle the track and it leads. I like the map of being able to lead and set your own tempo in a race where I don't see many of the on-speed runners being an issue. Coldstone is my place lay of the day because I'm not allowed to place lay. So it's my place lay of the day. Do not want it on wet. Master Reset, no. Rider, I think he has claims. A wind wouldn't shock. Another Coldie on the wet. I want to take it on
So
at
are
the
you
price.
laying Coldstone because it's wet?
Yeah.
You probably won't run if it's too wet.
Then it's not a lay. But at $3, $2.75.
Would you lay it if it was on the dry?
Hell no.
That would have been a case bet. On the dry.
I'll be backing it on the dry in this race. Carrick on air. Good horse. Respect. Silvera I want to take on just in this class. I think it gets beaten, and same with Mr. Gustavo. So at the end of the day, I think there's a lot of value around. I want to lean to Jacquinot Bay and Albertino, but I think Albertino's the better price. And even how be thy name, I want to be, at least if I find it in the yard, I'm definitely having at least something on.
Mr. Gustavo at $8.50 is complete poison.
Hates the
SP
wet.
21's miracle ride, great ride, but very, very lucky that there was any air where he went. Up in class, and instead of taking 21's, when it's deep into a prep, we're taking $8.50.
Yeah. I'm not taking that. And it hates the wet.
I think just... I really wanted to back Cold Stone off the map and off its prep. Ready to do something, but yeah, wet, no. Master Reset, same sort of deal. Jack and Obey. I want to be coming from that Flemington race, I think.
Yeah.
But I've not got a really strong opinion, and I'm going to wait to see these ones parade for sure.
It's a tough race.
Yeah,
that's
but
why I've had to go for the
it's
value.
a nice small field, and we'll find something from the yard, no doubt. Race 7, Pakenham Cup, over 2,500.
Not as good a field as last year, but it's still pretty okay.
The Little Engine,
Yeah.
$6. Grey Lion. I wonder if it's going to parade this time. Will be interesting.
Cool.
We should have a case bet on that.
How about we ask the stewards or whoever actually controls the yard to actually make it do a lap for
Or a
us?
statement, just is it required or not?
Yeah.
$3.40 for Grey Lion. On Citium Ruler. Has it got bar plates? Has it not got bar plates? Wait and see till on the day. $3.90. Dandy Gent 12s. Instrumentalist 19s. Like a Carousel at $27.
Lovely Linda on board.
Ormito 17s. Darabard 12s. Goodwood Zodiac 9s. Luke's 51s. Transfer Allowance 51s. Anamoy 26s. And Cartum 51.
Doesn't matter. It's not going to win. It bolts him now.
Alright, Goodwood Zodiac for Gay will probably lead.
So, with your map, the one thing you have to consider is Darabad last start in the Sandown Cup. That was the one that led by about 20 lengths, remember? So, it could potentially be those tactics again. So,
Let's hope it is. Because I think I'm going to back the best stayer in the race.
what?
We'll wait and see, Drew.
Cinium Ruler. Oh. Well, it outstayed Grey Lion last start.
Oh, big call. Big.
Sorry, go for it. I
big
interrupted your map.
Well, what was I even doing?
You're mapping.
Goodwood Zodiac will lead. Grey Lion and Darabad next. Dandy Gent gets a nice little suck run. On Citium Ruler.
Great run there.
Yep. Cartum. Then, like a Carousel's fall back the fence on my map. Asleep. Smoking the pipe. Instrumentalist. Anamoy. Ormito. Luke's. The Little Engine last with Transfer Allowance. If they're running on, the Little Engine's a fucking moral.
Oh, I wouldn't say a fucking moral.
I'd say fucking moral.
Not against this class of race.
I would say complete and utter moral.
How
If
many-
they're running on,
How many
which I don't
races
think
at
they
one
will
on
be.
heavy?
Horse is flying. He won't run it unless he's going to win. He's protective
What's
of his...
home track area?
I really think this horse is ready to do something big. He's timed its prep so it avoids most of the good stuff. It's either going to win this start or the next one, and it'll string a couple together.
I've got it definitely, obviously, in my numbers.
You go through the field, mate.
Fair enough. Did a little engine, Ballarat Cup run, did enough.
Did heaps, I thought.
Yeah.
And it's still fat.
Still ran fourth though. Got beaten home. I want
Second
to
up.
see
To stay a second up,
Yeah.
fat. A little line chaser.
increase in distance helps. Grey Lion, I think actually increase in distance is a big positive. Less speed here potentially. Once again, Darabad's a bit of a question mark. I think if you're back in Grey Lion here, it'd have to be in play. And you'd have to see that Goodwood Zodiac or it has led. Obsidian Ruler, the faster they go, the more it's suited. It just keeps on staying on. It maps probably for the best run of the race.
Nick Kent's flying a bit.
Dandy Gent hasn't got within 5 minutes to take on. Instrumentalist, Mortlake and Morfettville form, no thanks. Couldn't beat Survived in the Mount Gambier Cup. Bloody Survived, you probably won't know the horse. I backed it the last 2 times in Mount Gambier Cup, wherever it was. Won its third and paid $6.
Focus, Drew.
Like a Carousel, really good run. Last start, jumps to 2,500. Meachon can win. at odds. Ormedo, throw at stumps, no, can't win. Darabad, no, thanks. Goodwood Zodiac, big watch from the yard. I've got a lot of time for this horse. I think it's really, matured in the off season, and I just want to see what it's going to do here.
I've got Goodwood Zodiac on top from Like a Carousel, Grey Lion. They're all probably about the same for me.
Yes.
Just going off prices there. But the way Grey Lion parades and the way Oncidium Ruler changes its gears all the time, 20 minutes before the race, and the respect I have for the little engine means I don't want to say too much until I see him parade.
Yep. Grey Lion on top, but I ain't betting at the moment.
All right, Jersey. Race 8, 400 metres. Little Vobus Gold Bullion. What does that mean? Just an extra little bit of extra moolah.
I think it's like 30k or 50k extra for the Vobus Gold there. Got a
$23K.
Yeah, and $300 trophy to boot.
Righto. Oh, what do they do with the trophies? Can you sell it? Can you say I don't want it? Give me the cash.
You drink green goblins out of them.
All right. I don't know what he's talking about. Burning Front, $3.40. Royal Request, 34s. Grand Rosso, $4.60. Dan Zephyr, 10s. Hokiodo, 31s. Broadway and First, 16s. Willy Willy, 10s. Wall Street Wolf, the king of the category. If he played football, he'd play for Geelong.
Hey.
$9. Rewarding Effort, 21s. Artie Shaw, 41s. Amadeus, 15s. Dusty Jack, 15s. Finally drawn a reasonable gate.
Yeah, too wet though.
Benell, $67. Atlantic Express, 51s. Calendar Lad, 51s. Potentati. What do you want to say? Go on, have a crack at that.
Potentati. Yeah, that's
Potentati. Potentati, 35s. Matt.
Potentate.
Burning Front should lead. Hokiodo's forward front bowling along horse. Icon OSL.
Yep.
Potentati, box seating.
That's a Waterhouse runner, by the way.
Oh, that's a bit scary.
You know that's its second ever run?
She's a freak. She is the best.
You can't leave it out of the quaddy, can you?
Grand Rosso. 3 back the fence. Smoking the pipe. Little bit of a posse jockey change. Craig Williams to Regan Bayless. I remember so well. Not a posse jockey change, but it was $1.10 to be a jockey change. If you heard the fucking bake that Craig Williams copped at Flemington that day.
Yeah.
Which I was happy about because I might have had a little bit on it.
Yeah, just a little. Dan
Zephyr outside that. Dusty Jack, I reckon, can be ridden positive and be in behind Dan Zephyr. Calendar Lad, 4 back the fence. Willy Willy might be 3 wide here. Don't know how he gets in. Broadway and First, Atlantic Express and Wall Street Wolf out wide. Artie Shaw, Amadeus and Royal Request. And Rewarding Effort and Banal bring up the tail. Drew, take us through the field.
Burning Front, 5 runs, no wins this prep yet. Query on the wet, it'll handle it, but no, I can just see a few going past it late. Royal Request, that wasn't loud enough, was it?
That's my request.
Royal Request, 2 trials on the lead in. Darwin Cup winner. I have to respect this horse, but I just think 1,400 metres is a bit too short for it. It's a really good horse, though. I want to see it next start. Grand Rosso, only been average. Respect, but it's got to turn around 1.5 lengths on Burning Front from 2 back. Dan Zephyr, I don't think the form's good enough out of Ararat. Hokiodo was poor last out on heavy. Broadway and First, no. Willy Willy, 150 days off. Won the Silver Ball final, beating, I think it was Urban Ruler. Absolutely flew home that day. I am a fan. At $10 each way, that would be my play in this race. Wall Street Wolf, no. Rewarding Effort, no. Artie Shaw, no. Amadeus, no. Dusty Jack, no. Benell, no. Atlantic Express, first up, yes, can win.
All right.
And Potentate, gelded, 3 trials on the lead-in. Have to respect Waterhouse Stable.
Very scared Potentate. Likely save it.
Yeah.
Happy to risk Burning Front, unless it parades like a complete nut of moral, because it just hasn't been winning.
Hasn't been parading that well.
I'm happy to have a small fortune on Grand Rosso. I think it's a complete moral.
Ooh.
Done. Next race.
Race 9.
Benchmark 70 over 1,600 metres. The mile, Drew. The mile. Lucky last. Pakenham. Could be pissing down. Could be as bad as last week.
Could be a moral here.
Could be a complete and utter moral, each way moral. Imperial Augustus, very good horse. Probably deserved to get more of a collect than it last time from memory. At $6. Aurum Spirit, 17s. Hunamosa, 17s. Mr. Churchill. Winston, my boy, at 8s. Time for Dancing, 17s.
Same jockey?
No, positive jockey change. Hell on Earth, which is where I felt I was after backing Mr. Churchill last start. At 14s. Siga La Vacha, 9s. Column, 13s. Winborn, 26s. Star Major, 7s. Poison. Florida Keys, 13s. Rube Me, 41s. Toying
Pretty sure it's Rub Me, mate.
Yeah, Rub Me. Fuck. You want to start reading me up?
Tone Thang.
Yeah, keep going.
Don't know the prices, mate.
You say the names, I'll say the prices.
Tone Thang.
Tone Thang?
Nah, Tone.
Tone?
Like, yeah, like
Tony?
Like Tony Abbott. Tone.
There's fucking trots, which annoy me greatly. There's fucking Tony Abbott.
On all days as well.
Don't ever talk about that.
Betty Ray Ruby.
Hang on, sorry. You've thrown me. 11s.
And Parallel World.
13s. Could you just what was the number 8 called?
Signal Vaca.
9s.
Yeah.
Righto.
Mate, you got stuck on Hunamosa. Let's keep going.
Mate, it's been a long day. I've been on set all day, Cruzy. I haven't been texting women all day like you have.
Mate, you've been in your trailer. You've had them coming like straight through the trailer.
Parallel World leads them a lot. We've been so good all show. We've gone to shit late. Parallel World can lead them along. Imperial Augustus sits OSL. Siga Lavaca box seating with Mr. Churchill. I think can be ridden positive from the gate if it can jump cleanly with the positive jockey change of B. Stockdale. To my man Craig Williams, who I love. I love Craig.
How did Stockdale not get rewarded with the ride again?
I don't know. I'll be very surprised if he ever rides Mr. Churchill again. Craig loves cash. Yeah, probably loves cash more than Ollie loves cash.
More than Chop King.
He's certainly not coming out, Racing.com Park to run 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Did you see someone last night was using Chop King
by the
Twitter?
stage of the
How good's that?
Oh no, I didn't. Hang on. Can you not distract me? Churchill can be ridden positive from the gate, which by this stage of the day, I think Craig will be aware that's where you want to be. Finds a beautiful spot on the back of Imperial Augustus, peels off in the straight into that beautiful part of the straight. Toan Thang in behind Sigalavaca, Hunamosa in behind Mr. Churchill, Winborn next with Betty Ray Ruby, possibly Cast, Florida Keys back on the fence, Hell on Earth, Time for Dancing, Star Major, Rub Me, Column, and Aurum Spirit bringing up the tail. Drew, take me through the field.
Imperial Augustus, Weir Runner deep in prep.
Oh, it's in red. He's about to just declare why it's immoral.
Measured up in harder grade than this. Only just lost by that much to a bloody good type in Steel Frost before and ran really well in the Bellin Cup. Just looks absolutely suited. Loves the wet.
It's a benchmark 84. Don't say cup. It's a benchmark 84. It's a low race.
Loves the wet. Best each way of the day. Going through the field, Mr. Churchill. Oh, there goes your hat, mate. Mr. Churchill, 5 runs on a soft track for 1 placing. I am taking it on.
I don't think they'll run it if the horse can't get through the ground, and they won't run.
Mate, well, they shouldn't have run last start. Hell on Earth, I think, is a massive chance on the heavy. Sigala Vaca, Ballarat Renner, and beat Caster and Burham's Buzz. I believe Burham's Buzz has come out and won since, and it'll handle the wet. And Column, I think, was a bloody good standout winner at $26 last start, winning by 3 lengths on the wet at Pakenham, and has to be respected. Those are my quaddy numbers, and I don't think anything else can win.
Winborn at odds can run a race. All right, Drew, what's your multi?
So I've got a pretty big multi, 46-1. We're starting off Friday night. Into Dominium, Trots, Lazarus, $2.10. Just absolutely shits in by 3 meters.
We've talked about this.
Yeah, we did. Got to start him off on the right leg.
I don't want it on the right leg. The right leg is not watching trots. Trots is hooked all the time.
So then we go Saturday. We're back to the normal guys. We're having Wise Hero to place at Pakenham.
Any fucking greyhound tips? We've got some like German handball in this.
Well,
how wide are we going?
My mate Albion Hound was having a good night tonight on the dogs. Got us an $8.50 winner in the first. That was good. So yeah, we're going to Pakenham. We're getting Wise Hero to place at $2.50. We're putting Jungle Edge in at $2.70 to win. And then we're finishing off with Blackheart Bart doing the Kingston Town at $3.25 for a 46-1 multi.
Just the 4 legs?
Just the 4 legs.
I don't mind that.
It's pretty good. You don't know Lazarus, but...
I'm not backing the trot. I'll find something else at $2. I'll find a couple NBA legs tomorrow. So. Yeah.
Well, let me put it this way. I was on Bart at 5s and 4s and 3s.
I don't watch 526. I never have.
Fair enough. Let's get straight on with your questions then.
Firstly, Manning Up Mail.
Good point.
The Valley is available as a one-off. The Pakenham meeting is available as a one-off. For those that haven't already jumped on the
didn't
3,
get the early bird,
which you've missed out because how many units are we up?
I think it was like 20 something. That's top of head.
That's with you robbing me units. He robs me units.
Well, got to be transparent, accountable. And not to mention the first 4 that paid like $2,000 or something in race 2.
Let's talk about that for a second because we keep getting shit about this.
Yeah,
all from one guy.
Yeah,
we've had 2 or 3. Seems like a good guy.
We've had 2 or 3.
I'm not going to tell you how to play them in exotics, but lots of people do. I do. Do what you want. But if I say 4 numbers in a 12-horse race and the first 4 pays $3,000 or something, Drew's going to talk about it.
As we said 2 months ago, one of the most profitable people we know that uses Dicko stuff plays only exotics. So
yeah, my longest term client, customer, mate, he's the best at using my information. He makes more money than I do.
Yeah.
By a mile. He loves exotics. He plays them all the time. He adds them into his numbers as well sometimes. Yeah. So if he really likes one I've left out, he'll still have it in.
And that's how the information's meant to be used for people who aren't just solely playing along as win-only punters.
Yeah, like sometimes the art advice, and I'll bet like the 3rd pick. You know, that's the betting advice is what I think is the most responsible bet in the race.
Yeah,
the most likely to be profitable. Yeah. But the yard advice is just the yard.
Yeah, and speaking of the yard advice, we'll have the results up this weekend from since about June.
Oh, I don't know if we will.
So I can tell you,
we're about 2 meetings off transferring it from where we record each race into the big database. But
I can tell you, June to November,
getting distracted by other things.
June to November was up 420 units from outputting 1,800 units.
Yeah, so we've had a good run.
Ascot?
Right. Ascot, Manningham Mail for the big Ascot meeting.
Petey. Pistol.
He killed it on debut, did he not?
Couldn't perform better.
Hopefully he finds Blackheart Bart on top so I can...
Fingers crossed.
Unload. Each meeting is available as its own thing.
Yeah.
And that's just we're going to keep it like that, aren't we? So it's not too complicated for us.
Yeah. Until a certain new piece of technology comes through in the next few weeks. Little Christmas present. And
each meeting will be $11. Take whichever one you want. Don't take any. Up to you. Just enjoy the show. Whatever you want. But I highly recommend Pete's stuff. He's quality and very important part of the team.
Well, when he came down for when we met him over the spring, he knew everything. Really good to meet him.
Well, you mean I already knew him, but
yeah. Sorry.
Make it sound like we're just finding people out of the
trees. What I mean. I didn't know you 6 months ago, so there we go.
Yeah, we can't get rid of each other.
No joke.
Which is proving pretty fruitful for you, isn't it?
Well,
let's open up now with the viewer questions. Speaking of fruitful for Drew.
Well, you can do the first one from Jonathan Welsh, our mate of the show.
When or how was the date? To where was dinner? Now, what Jonathan Welsh, friend of the show, is referring to is my missus might have got a number of a woman who was interested in taking Drew or being taken out on a date by Druzy. I
This is a massive stitch up.
Promptly handed over. Look, he's going red already.
Well, this was a massive stitch
I
up.
promptly handed over the number to Drew and told him, you will call this woman and you'll take her on a date, or I will give it to you on the show. You pick your poison, my man. I want to get him out there.
Yeah.
What happened?
I have no issues contacting anyone. We were having a great chat.
I'll tell you what happened because he's going to muck around.
We're having
He's
a great
called her,
chat.
he's taking her out, and the boy's happy, and we have a happy girl. Let me tell you that much. Druzy is on the board. Well done, my man. Not even looking after you at the track. Now off the track.
There were two problems. A, age difference for both of us was wrong, which so your girlfriend's not great at guessing people's ages is the first thing I'd say. And the second thing, she's a bloody Hawthorn supporter. That ain't gonna work.
Mate, you can learn a lot from older women.
Hey.
Anyway, next question. And I hope you have.
No comment. So this is from Brad. Thoughts on how unsatisfying the cards are weeks after the Spring Carnival? It's like they want us to take a break.
I love them.
I have to say, I'm not minding them at the moment either.
Like, Priya, so lucky how we got through spring and won big time.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking hard.
Chop King.
Oh, Huey.
Let's get on that. So someone last night, because obviously Hong Kong's doing their Wednesday meet before the big international one on the weekend, and Chop King's over there. Rides a nice race. He couldn't have ridden it any better. Just missed.
What? And someone called him Chop King.
So one of our followers called him Chop King. I was pretty proud. I was sitting in bed, obviously, texting a few girls at 1 a.m.
I reckon there's a new future Chop King on the cards.
Really?
Yeah. I had a good chat to Ethan Brown on track today. I just like a lot.
Choppy Junior.
A lot of the way it's put together is one of the boys.
Yep.
And I reckon he's got a lot of potential as a jockey, but definitely off the track he's going to do
King.
a lot of damage. Yeah.
Adam C. Thoughts on the lowest price a winner can be for a boom tweet?
What does that mean?
So, what? I guess this one's targeted at me because I do boom and bang is like one of my trademark things that I do on Twitter when I get a best bet home. That's just something I've done as a instrument of promotion since the past 5 years. And now people do it as well. And whenever you do it for like a $2.30 winner, which you've had bloody half your bank on for the day, people go, congratulations, back in $2.30 winner. Like, well, thanks, mate. I'm back to winner. How about you? People get annoyed at it.
Just ignore them.
Yeah, I'm saying you can boom or bang any bloody winner you want.
Drew puts his gonads on the block consistently. There's also a lot of relief when you're encouraging people to invest their cash in certain areas and you get it right. It's a lot of relief.
Few people talking about case bets this week. Some saying you should be taking my Lazarus on.
I've seen this and didn't they?
Nah.
We're not talking about. We've done enough.
Not even a case bet winner at the Sandown Dogs.
No.
Wobbly. So Ben,
what's the case bet?
We'll get to that. We'll think of one. I wanted to Mr. Churchill to place. I want to take the unplaced.
No. You're back in heavy 8.
Yeah, but you're getting $2 odds. You're getting the right odds.
No, not on a heavy.
Ben wants to know, how can you get the pumper as a guest on the show? Talk about Diatribe, George Hanlon, jockey tapes, and being a better jockey than his brother.
No, we don't have enough cash for the pumper. He doesn't. When I say Craig Williams loves cash and Oliver loves cash, this bloke loves cash at the next level, as is proven by his track record.
Mate,
he doesn't get out of bed for cash unless there's a lot of cash involved.
We're targeting a bit lower. We've got our eyes on Freddie Kersley.
I want to get Ethan Brown on the show.
Oh, you're going a bit higher than me. Fair enough. I reckon we get Choppy on. Maybe
Junior.
Yeah, maybe film from like the review show Sunday at one of the country meets where Choppy's going around. I reckon he'll come out between rides.
You'd have to get out of bed pretty early on a Sunday, mate.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Not your usual 2 o'clock job.
That ain't happening. Not my fault. The girls keep me there.
Right, any more questions?
No.
Alright, case bet, quickly. I'll take on Wise Hero won't win.
You get $6.50. Are we doing this?
Alright, won't run top 2. I'm not taking the place.
It's $2.50 to place.
I won't run top 2. You've got one, first or second, your best bet of the day, unloading.
That is
wins.
That is a horrible price
Come
you were
on.
trying to put me into right here. That is a horrible price. We're doing...
I took heavy 8 or better last week when there was like evacuation text coming out. So don't talk about getting value, mate. Right?
I didn't think I did have like a $1.20 shot last...
you did. Yeah, so fucking top 2. I've given you top 2. I shouldn't have even done
I'm
that.
only doing half a case of Stone and Woods
No,
at
just
this odds.
case of VB.
Okay, case of VV, yeah, no, that's fine.
I actually likewise here. I just love case betting.
Yeah.
I reckon it's going to be what our first horse is called.
I mean,
bet.
here's the problem, right? If you don't negotiate, something's wrong with the bet. That's what I'm going to say. So if someone instantly agrees, you've given shit odds. That's the first thing that comes up in my mind.
Yeah,
Same with when you gave me Tommy Melbourne to place versus Scales of Justice. You saw me straight away go, bam, let's do this.
Yeah, I just wanted to bet.
Yeah. You're a sicko.
All right.
How's Tommy going to run this weekend? Wait for Age. I think he's outclassed. I don't think
actually,
he'll win.
so in your multi, you've dropped off.
Yeah, I'm off, yeah.
You've dropped off.
Wait for Age. I don't back Tommy and Wait for Age. You know that.
What odds are we getting?
He's $9. He's too short. He'll be about $3.50 to place. Well, you're going to back him.
Really?
Well, here's the thing, right? He may drift out to like 15s on the day, and you kind of sick.
Watch my Twitter.
The sickness comes in.
Like, I'd love to have backed him and told everyone I'm backing him,
Oh.
and then you to not be on it. That would just be fucking fantastic.
One last thing I'll just say about Pistol Pete. Even though he wasn't there last week, what he did was he had someone film for him, and he's gone back and watched the Winterbottom, and he's found just some really good info. Like Rock Magic, he said was really stiff in the legs and everything. So no wonder it pulled up lame.
Yes. Luke, yeah. That.
He chucked it up on Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sharing stuff that's not allowed to be said. He's chucked all that stuff up on Twitter, and he said he can see why that pulled up lame, and also even the favourite, which was a big drifter, the one that I thought was a moral, but obviously wasn't. Yeah, said
All right, I reckon
right
that's
to lose.
enough, Drew.
Fair enough. Let you
You
go
had
to the
enough?
toilet, mate. Yep.
All right, guys. I hope you have a fat weekend. Hope if you want to, you get involved in Manning Up Mail,
Yeah.
and we can continue. What was a fat Wednesday at Bendigo?
And I would say, just for the international people who have been saying no to, we may have a WhatsApp app option this weekend, so just
We
send
do
an
have.
email.
You made me fucking send it to him on Wednesday by myself. The guy overloaded me, and yet we still won.
Yeah.
Anyone's welcome. If you're in Japan, Hong Kong, let us know. Bye-bye.